Hello, my friends. So, if today is your birth date, April the 15th, tax day, this is a reading for you for this year. And it's a three-card pull, a general energy card for the energy of the year that you might keep coming up against or with. An action challenge in this year, something that signifies maybe an ongoing challenge or something that comes in to kind of shift you around a little, we'll see. And then an action to take to keep yourself in balance. So the energy card for this year is the shadow. And the shadow is all about looking with not welcome, but looking with appreciation at some aspects of shadows, of your shadow, of something you don't like about yourself, of something you've hidden away about yourself, of some guilt or shame or fear or dread or judgment that you hold about yourself or others, generally about yourself, that you have decided needed to not have the light of day because you did not like it. But you have to make your shadow your ally. You have to bring your shadow up to a sense of respect. And you're going to keep looking at those parts of yourself that you don't like. You might take an intentional journey to look at your shadow and see if you can talk to it and see if you can honor it and see if you can make it an ally, because the shadow is not always about getting rid of something. It's not about bringing light into the shadow, because if you brought light into all your shadow, you just burst apart in light. We need the shadow, we need the challenge. We need the friction. That's the friction is what makes us our diamond, our our sacred and holy energies. So the shadow is, in the hidden in the shadow is often the face of God, and that's or goddess or all that is, however you want to see it. But there's a sacredness in the shadow, and if you can approach your shadow this year with a sense of sacredness, that it has a teaching for you, it has an understanding for you, it has a place in your life, and you can go a long way toward releasing the tension around it and honoring it as some part of yourself. There are some things you want to get rid of and you don't really like, but you still have to kind of accept them and release them and forgive yourself and move forward, releasing the shadow that you can release, but also honoring the shadow that you are not ready to release, and making a friend with that shadow to say, at times I might need you and I will welcome you, but um, here we are. So look at your shadow this year. The challenge for you this year is the chariot. So the challenge might be many different possibilities of the challenge. Thinking that you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. That's might be a challenge. Harnessing your emotions with your mind and using your will to move your body forward, all with one goal in sight and not being diverted from some kind of mission or purpose or prospect that you have. So the challenge might be in harnessing all your energies together and pushing forward, and whatever that means, whatever might stop you in doing that, uh, might come up for you this year. And the challenge can also be about, it said that holding everything together in a way that just allows you to move forward and trusting your place in the universe and trusting that everything is all right and doing it in its right time and in its right space. And also something about masks. What masks are you putting on to hide your pain? And that goes in again into the shadow. So something about your challenge is going to be to accept the masks that you have put up to hide some kind of shadow that you do not like about yourself, and it's going to give you a chance to look at it and honor it. And so the action you can take this year to keep yourself in balance is the bear. And that's all about going into meditation, going into hibernation, going into looking within time, setting oneself off by oneself. Bear is often a solitary energy, a crone or a hermit energy that, that is might have a cub or some cubs for a short while, but they generally then tend to be by themselves and do their meditation and do their hibernation and live their lives and mate when they need to and want to, but most of the time it's solitary. So the action to take is to find places for solitude, solitude. Find places to shut off the mind, places to shut out the yakety, 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 to shut out the blame from yourself or from others. Find places of refuge. Find places of hibernation. Find places of meditation. Find places that allow you to shut out the noise and hear yourself deeply. And talk to the shadow that is telling you whatever negative things the shadow is telling you, because you don't have to believe them, but you have to listen to the pain that's within the shadow, because it comes from somewhere important, and it might teach you something very profound about what you've hidden away as some kind of horrible thing that is not at all a horrible thing, but is a good teacher for you to grow from. So blessed be this year. I think it's going to be one filled with growth. It's going to teach you a lot. It's going to talk to you a lot. Keep listening to yourself. Aho, takwe asu.